Star Wars Week. Segment of low expectations.
It's Star Wars Week, man.
Star Wars Week.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
I actually watched Force Awakens last night.
Without me?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
We don't have time.
We can watch it tomorrow. Why?
Okay, let's watch it tomorrow. I don't mind watching it.
You're not cutting this part out of here.
I'm not. God. It was a good movie.
God. We've already done a review for Force Awakens. So here we are, 2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years? So fucking late.
Well, from...
I'm still alive. That's weird.
Yeah. With expectations for the new Star Wars movie.
I don't know what to expect, to be honest.
Last Jedi.
Better be The Last Jedi.
This is a video where we're just going to talk about our expectations and kind of like our hype for the movie. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments.
Kevin has no hype, though.
Well, yeah. Well, Kevin, yeah, our friend Kevin's... Well, you guys have probably seen Kevin before, but he has no hype. Okay.
He's giving up on the Disney.
First off, let's just start with the basic, like, confession. Like, are you excited for the movie?
I am.
I'm hella excited for the movie. I think, like, it's like with the whole, like, everyone like hops on the bandwagon. Is like, oh, Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie. It's a second of a trilogy. So it's like they want to match that hype. I think there's a lot of expectation that we want to see the second installment of this new trilogy be awesome, be amazing.
It's probably gonna be. I think it'll probably be the best of this trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I think usually the second is the best for the most part, from my experience.
Well, we got a new director, so that's gonna be cool. But apparently JJ's coming back for the last one. So, well, hopefully this, and then we have the news. I think a month ago, or not even a month ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, that Rian Johnson, like the guy that's doing this, doing The Last Jedi, is getting a whole new trilogy, standalone trilogy himself.
Right. So,
if this is good, then that makes that trilogy even more promising. Hopefully, I just kind of want to see those Star Wars tropes. You know, I don't want it to be too. I mean, Empire Strikes Back, I think, was one of the darkest ones of the original trilogy, so that's all right if it's dark for me. But I'm hyped. I'm hyped regardless. Like, I'm super excited to see Luke. I think that's the first thing I want to touch on is Luke Skywalker. Like, Luke freaking Skywalker.
Yeah.
Like, literal cliffhanger on the last movie. Literally hanging on a cliff. Hanging out on a cliff.
And that's the thing. I think we talked about it before. Is that I'm kind of worried that he might not get as much screen time as I would like.
No, I can see that. I think that I would love to see how he's progressed from Luke of Return of the Jedi to like the equivalent of like a Jedi Master, like sort of Luke. You know, you can probably argue that he would be at the level of like a Jedi Knight, maybe at the end of Return of the Jedi. It's kind of hard because, like, you know, when you talk about the prequel films, they definitely fleshed out the Jedi way more than the original trilogy. So it's like, here you have Luke who is trying to reclaim and trying to rediscover these Jedi abilities, these Jedi history, this knowledge, wisdom of the Jedi Order, because they're all gone. But then, but if you look at the expanded universe before Disney, you know, assumed control of LucasArts and Lucasfilm, whatever, you know, you had a lot of like fan theories and a lot of unofficial like canon that was like, well, Luke's like the greatest Jedi that ever lived. And you know, we just haven't visually seen that in a movie. You know, we've seen puppets and action figures in the original trilogy, and that's about it. So seeing that progression is going to be really, I think, is the biggest like point of hype for me. Is like just seeing Luke being able to kick ass. That'd be so dope. Yeah. Like, is he like Yoda level with the Force, where he can just do anything he wants? Is he bitter? Is he angry? You know, after the whole Kylo Ren situation, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing that like flashback, or like, you know, some context to what the hell happened. You know. we know Kylo's a little bitch, but that's about it.
And like, and in addition to Luke Skywalker, because he's old, but I would really love to see a badass fucking lightsaber duel. I don't know who it'd be against. Probably Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
But I would love to see him have a cool ass fight.
Kylo Ren fight would be cool. I would love to see him just like wreck Kylo Ren. But not in like a way where he's like, not like Obi-Wan wrecking Anakin way, but like a, when Li Mu Bai in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon whoops that chick's ass with a bamboo stick. Like that kind of ass whipping, where it's just like he's so on another level. It's like, it's ridiculous. I doubt that because the trailer, I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer, you'll see that scene where he's like, it's not gonna turn out the way you think. Like, and he's talking to like Rey or whatever, or there's this one scene where he's like, the last time I saw power, like natural power or something like this great, like I wasn't scared of it enough then. So it's like he's alluding to Kylo, but is Kylo's power so scary that Luke is afraid of him, or is it the fact that it's so chaotic and uncontrollable that it's the unpredictability of Kylo that's like, well, he's a wild cannon, like I don't know what he's gonna do. Like he killed all of his peers, the Jedi Order I was trying to build, something like that. So from the trailer, the thing I do like about the trailer is that it does send you with these kind of ideas of what might happen in the movie, but it doesn't really give you a lot to really like, that's definitely going to happen. You can see in some of the trailer that there's some shots they piece together, some frames they piece together that are obviously not the same scene. Yeah. Which, that's a classic trailer move. But, it's like, it's funny. That's just kind of a side note on movie trailers, but it's like, they look at the film, right? And then they're like, how can we make a different story with these frames from the film to like throw the audience off or something? Whatever. That would be how I would want to make a trailer. Okay. Rey. Obviously Rey is kind of pitted on the light side. She's with the Resistance at the end of The Force Awakens. She's, she's expected to be the protagonist of the series. I don't really have too much reason to doubt that, but I want to touch on this fan theory that obviously everyone would love to see, would be where Kylo and Rey switch positions, basically. Where like Rey is like, Luke, you're stupid and weak. I'm going to the dark side where I can utilize my power, and Kylo wants to be redeemed. So that's kind of a fan theory. I don't think they're going to go that route, no way. And I don't want to I'm not trying to be like just a total douchebag, but I think they really are going to cater to the SJWs with Rey being the protagonist, like the hero of the Star Wars trilogy.
I feel like if they went with that theory, there would be an outcry.
Yeah, they'd be like oh, what?
A legit outcry.
Yeah, well, I think all women are evil, so I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think that would be more accurate to reality. But,
shit. You gotta put a disclaimer.
What? Okay. Sarcasm.
Well, you do have a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, give the sarcasm alert on the bottom of the screen. Right here. Sarcasm. No, not all women are evil, just about 95% of them. Okay, so, yeah, we're talking about Rey. Oh, yeah.
I think if they were miraculously hot to do that, I think they would do another fucking flip and switch it back on third fucking video in the movie.
Oh, plot twist. Oh, plot twist on top of the plot
exactly.
twist.
Yeah, switch.
So edgy. Kylo Edgelord. Kylo Edgelord Crywalker. Alright, okay, so yeah, Rey, I mean, I would love to see, I want to see more of her lightsaber work, honestly. Yeah. Looks like she's training to be like a duelist with like her staff, and the last trailer was really cool because in the original trailer you have her on that rock where she's with the lightsaber, she stops with that one scene where like the lightsaber's right next to the rock, but then in the new trailer it showed one shot where she has the staff and she hits the rock like comes close to the rope with staff, but then a couple of frames later, it's like she has the saber, so it's like she's progressing in her training. So we're probably gonna have this like Yoda Luke montage, but with Luke and Rey, which would be really cool because in Empire that was like one of my favorite parts of that was when he meets Yoda, and that doesn't really you don't really get a full picture of Yoda because when I grew up, I watched the trilogy I watched the original trilogy like crazy, but we lived to see Phantom Menace come out in theaters. That was like the big release. And we have a much bigger picture of who Yoda is. Not too much because we still don't know a whole bunch about his backstory, like his chronicles. The comic canon is actually filling in some of that, but I would be stoked to get a Yoda standalone film. But what I'm saying is that was my favorite part about Empire. We know a lot about Luke just from the original trilogy, so it would be interesting to see them pay homage to that kind of relationship. But then we see that in the trailer that Luke is seemingly reluctant to train Rey. So that theory I was talking about, where Rey and Kylo switch positions, is the fact that Rey could be frustrated that Luke doesn't want to train her, or train her to the maximum effect. Who knows? So that's one fan theory. I think that one was probably one of the more plausible ones. Kylo, listen, I don't like Kylo. It's not that I like, it's not like I could never like Kylo. It's just from Force Awakens, he's so volatile. He's just so, I think his conflicted nature, just like, he's just so angry. He's so conflicted, and I just hated how they let Finn and Rey beat him when he's supposed to be more classically trained than them.
That's what pissed me off.
Yeah, that was to me a little over the top, and I don't know if that is kind of like trying to really like push this agenda that Rey is that powerful, but the fact that Finn landed shots on him too is also very surprising.
Like, I don't want to get too much into Force Awakens, but that's when I watched it last night. I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah,
and like in that last fight scene was just so.
Well, how does he go from being able to force stasis the bolt, right? In the very first scene of the movie, to trying to do a lightsaber duel, but not using the force like whatsoever, really.
Yeah, and he never did like a force jump or anything.
Nothing.
Like nothing fancy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's trained to that point where he could do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so it's really, it's like, it was that fact that kind of made me dislike Kylo, along with like the whole Rey and Finn kind of combo.
It's like that thing we've talked about before where I forgot what we used to.
Oh, where like the protagonist has to be made stronger.
Yeah,
right.
Or they nerf the hell.
Or they nerf the villain at the very last battle.
Yeah, they always nerf. Yeah, it's like usually all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, the third act is always a weaker villain.
Exactly.
Than what you see in the first two acts. Yeah,
exactly. That's how
it's kind of lazy, and I get it. I mean, it's like we still have to remember that the people at the head of this are Disney, so it's like there needs to be some type of creative direction that comes out with a happy ending.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a Disney movie or a Disney-owned franchise where like it doesn't have a happy ending. Maybe Infinity War will finally see that. Who knows? Yeah. So that's Kylo. I actually want to see him become more badass in this movie.
I think he would be a cool good guy, honestly.
Yeah.
If he became
neutral. Yeah. Or even neutral.
Like an anti-hero.
Yeah. Yeah. My coworker and I have a bet that I have to get him a beer. Like if Kylo turns to the light side, he gives me $5, or he buys me a beer. I think that's what we concluded on. And then if Kylo like totally bodies Rey or Luke or anyone on the good side, like with like saber duels or force powers, like if he actually comes out triumphant, then I owe him a beer. So that's kind of the bet we have going right now. Interested to see how they go with that. So that's great. That's Luke, Rey, and Kylo. Those are definitely like the three big hitters. When we get to these like side characters like Poe Dameron's a really cool character. He was actually probably one of the strongest parts of the first movie. Yeah. Leia, obviously, we're assuming has to die in this film just because, Carrie Fisher, R.I.P. But like, and there's that scene in the trailer too, which is like really interesting where you have like Kylo like flying towards the ship, and like Leia's looking out the window, and it's seeming like he's about to blow up the ship. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think that's the same scene.
No way, he wouldn't do that to his mom.
Okay, that gets to another theory. Is that Han Solo was the one that turned on the lightsaber, not Kylo, in the first film. You didn't hear that theory?
Fuck, no, I don't do theories.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's another theory, is that it was really Han Solo that turned the lightsaber on. And then, they even try to zoom in on the shot to show you that it's him that hits the saber. And kills him. And, plunges him into the dark side. Or, maybe Han Solo's, or with that theory, maybe Han Solo's mentality was that it would wreck him enough to save him.
But it didn't, obviously.
Yeah.
Because not now.
Well, if Han Solo is the one that kills himself, it takes that away from Kylo. And Kylo's like, I'm still weak. I still couldn't do it. It's still him. So. But I don't think that theory comes through because Kylo even kind of brags about it when he's fighting Rey at the end. He's like, Han Solo was weak, or blah, blah, blah. He's not the father you think he is, or blah, 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 whatever. Maz, I would love to see Maz come back. It didn't really show her die. Her palace is trash now, but
I want to see a lot more of Captain Phasma. Come on, give her some action. At least.
Okay, yeah,
she didn't do anything.
She's gonna fight Finn, obviously.
Yeah. This is redeemable.
I think Finn's gonna kill her though.
That's cool.
I think
better than just being nothing.
This is going to be a fun video because we're actually already got our tickets to see it 1:30 in the morning on the release day, actually. So it's Thursday night.
I thought it was 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock or 1:30, whatever.
I don't know. We just don't want to be late.
I'll be off for work by then. Yeah, Phasma. Okay, yeah, redeem Phasma a little bit, but then kill her off. I don't freaking care about her. Force Ghosts. I would love to see some Force Ghosts. Give me some Hayden Christensen Force Ghosts, bro.
Never gonna happen.
Dude.
Yeah, man.
He was at Star Wars Celebration, bro. He was there.
I feel like
they ain't
gonna do that shit.
Obi-Wan, maybe? Obi-Wan Force Ghost? Yoda Force Ghost? Qui-Gon Force Ghost?
More like Force...
Jar Jar Force Ghost?
Yes.
It's a robot shaking, right?
Yeah. I feel like if they do that, they would just use their voices.
Yeah, maybe.
They don't want to do that hologram bullshit.
No, that would be really cool, though.
It would be, but...
They could do
today's
CG.
age, I don't think they would.
CG?
They won't do it. I can't see it.
Dude,
well, actually...
Your lack of face disturbs me.
Never. I take it back because they did do CGI
in the last
in
two
Rogue
films.
One. In Rogue One, they did the CGI.
Two of them, Tarkin and Leia.
Yeah. So I can see that actually. What about
Vader?
No. What about R2?
What about?
Do you think he's gonna be in the movie a lot or no?
I don't think so, because BB-8 is
like the new droid.
It's such a promotional tool for them.
Yeah, which is sad.
It's I think R2 is still more badass. But
I think R2's. Come on, you can't just leave R2 out,
dude.
Especially now he's actually alive again, or he's woke. He's woke.
One of the dopest scenes with R2 in it has to be the Jabba's slave ship with Boba Fett, where R2 pops the saber to Luke. He's the server. He has the trays and he pops it. Oh, dude, that's so dope. I'm trying to think what else. They have some new characters that are coming in. We have that.
Oh yeah, there's
Asian
a bunch
chick.
of new characters.
Yeah, let me get this poster. So we got this black droid here.
Oh yeah, the evil droid.
The evil droid, whatever the hell that is. That's Hux right there. Oh, we got Praetorian Guards. I forgot.
Oh, that's the guy from.
Yeah, that's the guy from.
2?
No. That's Hask.
Oh,
this is Hux. Yeah, Huxley from the first one. He's the guy that has the Nazi speech.
Oh, the Hitler dude.
Yeah, Hitler dude. Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
yeah,
so we have the new droid and the Asian chick on the poster. You guys can't probably see that, but
I actually think she's gonna have a big role.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they wouldn't put her on the poster, I don't think, unless she did. But when we got these new looking Praetorian Guards, which are kind of cool, because the Praetorian Guards were in the original trilogy.
Who's this?
C-3PO.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you mean? Who the hell is?
I can't see that shit. It's hella small.
Space battles should be cool. Kylo's in his fighter, So that'll be cool.
That's just gonna be hella brief as hell, right?
Yeah, probably. But yeah.
1 minute.
I mean, but he is Han Solo's son, so it's like. I'm trying to think what else. I just honestly just.
It's said to be the longest Star Wars.
Oh yeah, longest Star Wars.
I'm actually happy for that. Like, I don't care. I like long movies. I don't mind sitting through long movies. So.
Here are my two biggest desires for this movie. I want them to do justice to Luke, and I kind of want to know who Snoke is.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
really
the other
love
thing I was gonna ask you. That shitty fan theory about him being Mace Windu.
Oh yeah, okay.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Mace Windu. That's a fun one. That's a fun theory, but I don't think it's gonna be Mace Windu. I think, I know Dark Plagueis is like one theory too, and he was Darth Sidious's Sith mentor, his master. So I don't think it's going to be him. Just because the theory is that, and granted, this is kind of old EU stuff. It's not necessarily stuff that's been confirmed by the new direction that Disney wants to take it. But there are force abilities that were in the old EU that allowed you to kind of transcend death or gain immortality. And one of the theories I read that was kind of interesting, but I doubt that it's going to be it, because of the complexity of it, is that Snoke is an old ancient Sith master who is almost like a force vampire who he feeds off of the force of people around him. So that's why he needs Kylo or stuff like that. So there's some crazy theories. I mean, there's one that says that Rey is a reincarnation of Anakin. But this whole Avatar theory, I don't think that's anywhere in Star Wars, to my knowledge. Correct us if we're wrong, but so those theories are fun. But at the end, I think it's gonna be real simple. I think Snoke is gonna be an original character. I think he's gonna be his own character, and I think that he will be a dark side, empathizer, sympathizer. But I don't know if he's necessarily Sith though. I don't know. If is he a remnant from the Empire? Is he maybe a high politician? Is he, we have no idea, because Sidious, in the comics, it's interesting, because they give Darth Sidious a bunch of, they give the backstory to the Inquisitors, they give the backstory to, Vader and hunting down the Jedi. There's no hint that Sidious had any other pupils or any other, allies. Who knows? Maybe he could, But yeah, I want to know. I want them to do justice to Luke, and I kind of want to know what Snoke's backstory is. I almost want to know what Snoke's backstory is as opposed to Kylo's, to be honest, because if he's able to guide the whole First Order.
Yeah, he's the reason why they came back, right?
Yeah,
or this is even happening.
Yeah, I mean he's amassing a whole army. Yeah. He built a whole battle station on a planet, and got destroyed. But he's not even too fazed by it. Yeah. At the end of the movie, he's just okay, pack up, let's go and figure this out. Destroys the New Republic fleet and the home planet like a boss, and then
like a Bosk.
My name is Bosk.
I hope this is a little off topic, but since we watched the Robot Chicken trilogy of Star Wars, and they just actually got renewed for another season.
Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
I know. I hope they live long enough to where they could do more parodies of this new trilogy. Yeah.
They need at least 3 more seasons.
Yeah. I wanted to see a parody of this trilogy.
Dude, yeah. The parody of this trilogy would be hilarious. It would be completely politically incorrect, too, which is hilarious.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Space battles, yeah. Poe Dameron is going to kick some more ass, I'm sure.
They should just give him a lightsaber, man. Just for the heck of it.
If Finn's got a lightsaber, I feel like, I I can have a lightsaber.
Exactly.
Anyone can have a lightsaber.
Exactly. Just give him one. Fuck it. We need more Jedis anyway.
So that'd be cool. I wonder if there's going to be any betrayal. That would be interesting. But like I said, open book. I just want to see cool training montage. Luke, Rey, Luke's backstory, i.e., Kylo's backstory. At least his training and his fall from Luke's good graces, and then Snoke's kind of identity. And then I'm sure something big's going to happen in this movie to push the plot forward. So
we've been pretty. I mean, we're not looking at any spoilers.
Yeah, I don't want.
We've seen the trailers, but they don't really do much.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So I'm honestly blank at what this story could actually be.
Yeah. I think that
I completely have no idea what I could get to.
I hope it's not too campy with like all the new creatures and stuff. Like, because in the trailer they made it a point to show the ice foxes and the porgs, the new penguin, like stupid ass looking things.
They did show new walkers though. That's.
I hate the look of the new walkers. I'm sorry.
They're fucking.
They look
leveled up, man. They're like a rank.
I don't even care.
They're like a rank 50 now. Extra armor. Extra armor. It's not gonna do shit. They're still badly built, I think.
Now they don't even have ships that can like tie up the legs.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we put blades on the legs now. There's no way to get tied up.
They pop up when they get tangled up. Gosh. Why don't they just do like floating walkers?
Why do they even need walkers? It's like so
slow.
Stupid. Yeah. It's like, wow, it's like it seems outdated for this type of technology.
Exactly. Yeah. Like to have long ass legs like that, it's just
because it moves slow, first off. Yeah. Well, relatively, it moves slow. Like, you give it all these chances to, like, be downed, essentially. But whatever. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I would love to see, like, the fanboy in me, like, Star Wars fanboy in me would love to see, like, some, like, cameos from, like long lost unknown Jedis that are still existing in the universe or something like that. Something crazy. That would be kind of cool, but I doubt they'll do that because the whole tragedy of Star Wars is that the Jedi are like done. Yeah. That's why it's called the Last Jedi, essentially. And is that Luke or is it Rey? What are they focusing on here? Well, the fact that Luke is the predominant figure in this poster. Like at the very top too, like right here.
But wasn't there a little like back and forth between if it was plural or not? I remember.
Oh yeah.
There's a little. I forgot what it really is. I think they're just doing that for.
I think it indicates that it's Luke that they're talking about. But I don't have any reason to believe that it's plural. Like the last of the Jedi would have been. The plural, like I feel like a more fitting name for it. It's a little wordy, but yeah, I guess the Jedi could be plural too. Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought of it that way. I'm waiting for that Darth Maul Resurrection Volume 3. Bring it back a third time. That'd be awesome. I'm sure his remains are on Tatooine. Where Obi-Wan killed him the last time.
I think it'd be cool to actually have another bad lightsaber wielder.
Oh,
to add another
that'd be
one.
Interesting. Like the Knights of Ren, right?
Yeah.
Those were touched on briefly in the first installment of The Force Awakens.
Because all we have is Kylo.
Yeah.
His only one.
And he says, and then Snoke says, "You're the leader of the Knights of Ren," which kind of implies that maybe these baddies are still around. So could you imagine like this death squad of just like,
dude,
and then like just wrecking? That would be interesting. Maybe that would be like how it ends is like someone important dying or a group of important people dying or being captured or whatever it is. Because like the Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi is Han Solo being frozen in carbonite, and then like it ends. So it's like Luke got his hand chopped off, lost his saber. Just had to run it. Just found out his dad's a dick. Just found out. Oh yeah, he doesn't find out Leia's his sister until the third movie. But like it all ends with his tragedy. So I wonder if they're going to use that same model because that's another criticism of The Force Awakens. However great of a movie it is, aesthetically or like character wise, it still follows like A New Hope so eerily similarly. Like it's so. And it's intentional. Like, it's no way it's unintentional. Yeah. So I wonder if they're going to try to use some of the same tropes of Empire Strikes Back. If the model worked and people still hail it as some of like the best Star Wars movie, I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt if they try to do that. The only one they really need to improve on is like Return of the Jedi. Like, could you imagine First Order being taken down by porgs?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I mean, it's crazy. It's a crazy time to be living just because it's like with the way that consumerism is in America today, like Star Wars stuff is just everywhere. Like it was granted, like that's how George Lucas made like all of his money in the original trilogy was merchandising, was promoting it that way. But it's even more today. I mean, I got like energy drink cans. I got like pins, pencils, everything, like Legos. Like
a report that's supposed to make $440 million. His debut, I think.
The movie?
Yeah. Whew. I don't know how much the budget is.
Just to be part of that production, man. Just to say you're part of that production.
To be the janitor.
Just to be the janitor. Gosh, man. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of my ideas and kind of our expectations. I don't think we'll be too disappointed. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be hyped. I don't have low expectations, but I'm pretty open minded to whatever happens. Yeah. As long as they don't give like Rey that like crazy plot armor that like makes her OP and like I'm alright. Like I'll be alright, you know. If they make her
if anyone has plot armor, I think it'd be her.
Yeah. It's like if they make her vulnerable like Luke was in the second one, like I said, his hand gets cut off.
She loses her hand.
Dude, she loses her hand, she's like confirmed Skywalker. Every Skywalker has to lose their hand. Or at the very least their life. So yeah.
GG.
I would like to I guess that's how we'll sign off. I mean, let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited? Do you hate Star Wars? Do you love Star Wars? I actually met some people lately that are like, yeah, I'm not really interested in Star Wars. I'm like, get the hell out of my country. Like,
yeah, I can see that. I think
the wall shouldn't be built for immigrants. It should be built for non-Star Wars fans.
No, but I do the same thing in terms of when it's about Harry Potter. And all the Harry Potter fanboys, you know,
see, like
they hate it when I say that shit.
I know this is off topic, but Harry Potter is an interesting fan base because I love the books. I didn't love the movies nearly as much as I love the books, and that's just because I spent more time with the books. And so like all this stuff over the movies, and like there are people who have watched the movies who've never read the books,
exactly,
but are like bigger fans than people like me who are like, wow, these are like great children's novels.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh. It's like people like, well, Star Wars is the same. Oh, I love Star Wars. Like, what's your favorite episode? Oh, Attack of the Clones. or even if they say Phantom Menace, it's like, I'm still
Come
like...
on. That's my favorite, bro. Fuck you. That's only because it was like, it wasn't the first one.
That was our first.
Our generation.
Like, our generation's like first debut, like a huge release event. Yeah. But like...
Because when the original trilogy came out, we weren't born.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It was way after.
That was like my really first one that I was actually...
like hyped for.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually went to the theaters for that.
Yeah, because the playing field was like essentially even.
Yeah.
Like level when that happened. But like people that have only seen the prequels but have never seen the original trilogy, those people on this.
I feel like most people don't even know what episode is what.
Yeah. So that a little irks me a little bit. But not like a super elitist nerd way, because it's like I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's kind of confusing too. So
yeah.
Kind of good. Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. You know what we need? A bounty hunter, dude.
I know.
Yeah, like some type of Boba Fett type character,
God. Just give me a Boba Fett trilogy.
Or give me any rogue character. Any type of like neutral
Rogue 2?
Yeah.
Rogue 2?
Rogue 2. Yeah. I'm interested to see where this goes, and super hyped. We got one day. Like actually exactly what time is it? What time is it?
Actually, fuck, it is Monday.
Well, it's technically 48 hours.
Wait. No, today's Wednesday morning, Thursday.
So it's Friday.
Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, 2 days.
So like, we have like almost exactly like 48 hours until we're going to see it.
We're doing an all-nighter, so we're not being going to bed anymore.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Actually, I'm doing it.
We're staying up for the next 48 hours. And we're going to watch Force Awakens every hour on the hour.
Yeah. Just Force Awakens.
Just Force Awakens.
Not even the originals.
We're going to be able to quote Force Awakens 100% by the time the movie comes through.
You offer me a job. Gosh. How long has this been already? Like 30 minutes?
Sign it off.
50 minutes. You
sign okay to me out.